Welcome Wonders to Told You Woodcolors. My name is Jennifer and today I am going to be doing my mid-year check-in with you guys. I am a little tiny bit under the weather, so my voice is a little raspy. I have been trying to do this video for several days now. I think this is day 5 and this is the best my voice has sounded in the last 5 days. So I do have the questions. I think I went through all the questions that was from A Pictured Purpose's mid-year check-in, Kira at A Pictured Purpose. I think I went through her questions and I think I got rid of a couple of them that just didn't really pertain to me, I suppose. So I just have some pulled from her video that I'm going to be sharing with you today. And the very first one, it asks, how many pages have you colored so far for the first half of 2025? And my total number of completed pages for the first half of 2025 is 102 coloring pages. I don't track this, so I had to look through all of my completed pages videos and get my total, and I was shocked. I was actually surprised that I colored that many pages, so it makes me happy. And then the next question after that was, how many books have you completed pages in? And this total didn't make me so happy. I completed a page in 34 books out of about, I'm going to say, I think I'm up to around 118 coloring books. So I have 118 coloring books and I colored in 34 of them. So that makes me really sad, but this is my very first year of coloring. I just started in December and found myself being so inspired by everyone who colors on YouTube and shares their pages on Instagram. And I saw so many coloring books throughout that time that I quickly built up my collection of 100 books. And when I color in my coloring books, I like to stay in them a little bit. So sometimes I would color consecutively month after month in the same book. So I think that's why my total is a little bit lower in how many books I've colored compared to how many books I have as well, because I got them in so fast, and the ones that I was coloring in, I just stayed in them. So yeah, I'm still really happy to have all my books. I'm happy to color in any of them, and I'm really excited to color in more of them. So the next question is, what book have you currently colored in the most? And I did pull a couple of books, but the one at the very top of the list is Daydreams by Gabby Wolf. I have 16 completed coloring pages in this book, and I'm having a lot of fun with it, mainly doing all alcohol marker pages. So it does go by very quick to color in general, and it's a smaller square format book as well. Here's something that I started just this month. So I have been working through this book with Veronica on Instagram. She's basically turned into my project book buddy for this one here, and we've been working through it. And for this month, we are challenging ourselves to color a page with acrylic markers. So we're both doing the same page with acrylic markers, and I've started that one as well. I haven't had a lot of time to get to coloring this month, and that would be this one here. So I do have a vision for this. I am actually going to show you a little teaser right now. This Instagram page I have been following. I love everything they post. I think they're so talented. And I'm taking inspiration from what they did here to apply to the background on this page. And we'll see how that turns out. So if you're interested in seeing that, follow along and see how I do by the end of the month. I'll be sharing that in my, what is it? July completed pages. So I only have a couple more pages to go, and we'll be done with this book. So that's really exciting. And then another couple books that I have a decent amount of colored pages in. I do have the Johanna Basford 2025 coloring planner. And I was keeping up with this. This one's my favorite in this book. I love how that one came out. I guess I shouldn't fold them under. But I was keeping up with this pretty well. And then I wasn't. And then I think I just decided altogether just to not do it week by week and to just color it whenever I'm in the mood to color it. A lot of these, or all of them, I'm not sure what's exclusive to this planner, if any, but a lot of them are in some of the books that I already have. So I just decided that I wasn't going to go any further with it. This was the last one that I did right around Easter time. I did the giant Easter egg. Yeah, and if I felt like doing a Johanna Basford page, I'd rather do it in a book than a planner. And I don't even use the planner anyway. I'm not a planner person, so I don't even use it the way that you would. So I decided to just not continue with the planner for the rest of the year, just because I could be coloring in other books that I want to get done. So that was that one. Another one that I pulled, because most of my coloring books have 3 completed pages in them. Most all the coloring books that I colored in, I have about three pages done in them. So I pulled the ones that I have more pages colored in, and that would be Mini Mania by Gabby Wolf. Gabby Wolf, once again, at the top of my list. I love coloring her illustrations, and these Mini Mania books are so cute. This is a longer format book, but I still couldn't stay away from it. So I am trying my best to do what I can to keep up with the complete Mini Mania hashtag. I think that's the last one that I did. Oh no, this one here too. So I got, what is that? About five pages done in this one. So 1, 2, 3, yep, 4, 5. So I have 5 completed in this one, and still trying to complete more. And then another book that I have multiples colored in was R.J. Hampson. This one I have 4 completed pages in, and it is a project book with Kate over on Instagram. And we've done this one together. We just did this one last month for June. And we did this one together. And this one, I remember this one was May. So this has been a lot of fun to color in and see it fill up with color. I love that. And I think that's one of the main reasons why I haven't colored in more of my coloring book collection, is because I like seeing the books that I already touched fill up with more color. So we'll see if that changes during the second half of the year, because of how many books I have accumulated and how many books I want to get into. So moving on. So for the next question, it is, what are your favorite pages that you've colored? And of course, that's always going to be hard to narrow down, but I did pick a couple books out. One of them being A Million Unicorns. I adore this book, and this is one of my favorite pages that I have colored in 2025 so far. I think it's mainly because this was one of the first times where I really let myself have a lot of fun on a coloring page. I used different mediums. So for the sky and for the ocean, I used the Derwent Inktense pencils and activated them with water. And I used stickles on the wave here. I used metallic watercolor paint for the sun in the background and for the unicorn's tails and instruments. And what else did I use? I used the white Signa gel pen to cover out the black lines in the clouds. And, oh, I think it was one of the first times that I used polychromos too for the unicorn's hair. So I did that as well. So I just threw a whole bunch at this page and I had a lot of fun doing it. So it is one of my favorite pages that I have completed. I had to pull this book out. Give me a second. Let me get a drink of water. I'm trying really hard not to sound terrible, and I don't think it's working. The more that I talk, the worse it gets, so I'll have to finish soon. I had to pull this book out because it was my very first adult coloring book that I got back in December of 2024. And one of the first pages that I colored was this one here. And I love it to this moment. It was a simple page for me at the time. Very mindless for me. I just went in with my Crayola colored pencils and had fun with the colors that I had. It was a 36 count pack and I went bananas on it and I had a lot of fun. So completing this page it made me really, really happy. So I love looking at this one. And then another page that I picked out from this book would be the very first buddy color that I ever did with someone, and that would be Kate from Instagram. We completed this page together. I'm still contemplating on putting a background to this image now that I have soft pastels. I was thinking about adding a nice scene in the background with the soft pastels, but part of me just wants to leave it as is because this is how we left it in our buddy color. And because it was such a special buddy color to me, I kind of don't want to touch it now. So I don't know what I'm going to do with it, but I think I love it the way that it is now, but I can picture a background scene on it. So I'm back and forth on it. We'll see what happens. But I had to pick that one out as well. Love this. And another page that I adore is a page out of Gnomes in the Neighborhood by Denise Klett. This one, once again, was a really, really fun page to color for me. I love how everything turned out. And this was another buddy color that I did with Kim on Instagram. And I'll put her name up. I'll put everybody's name up on the screen. So yeah, I just had a really fun time coloring in this book. I love the paper. I loved how it was single-sided, so I could use my alcohol markers on it. That was my son. He had fun in this book too. And it was the first time I tried playing around with my soft pastels. So yeah, it just turned out really, really nice, and I love the look of it. So it's just so fun, and it makes me really happy to look at. I love all the bright colors. So yeah, that was all my pages that I've completed that I really enjoy. And then the next one is, what is your least favorite page that you've colored? This one to me sticks out like a sore thumb. This is one I did in 50 Ocean Miniatures by Camila Angelkova. And I was trying to do a palette hashtag, a color palette hashtag. And I did not end up enjoying the color palette at all. And I don't think it looks nice at all on the page. Let's see, where's it at? Here it is. This one. Oh no, I just don't like this. I think the darks are too dark and the lights are too light. There's like no mid-tone, and the mid-tone that is there is this brown orange color that looks weird with the other colors. I just don't like it at all, and it's not even a really fun page to color either. In my opinion, I do like the doors that Camellia draws, but there are a lot of them. So it's one of the main reasons why I chose this page to do the color palette, because when I saw it, it wasn't grabbing me. So I decided to color the door with the palette that was chosen, and everything about it I just didn't like. So that's how that one turned out. And as Jess from Coloring Bumblebee says, all you have to do is turn the page, maybe another one, and you don't see it anymore. So that's what we're doing with that one. All right, next up on the list, the question is, what colored pencil or marker set have you colored with the most? And by far, my Ohuhu alcohol markers takes top spot. I have definitely used those the very most this year for any coloring supply that I have, which I don't have a lot of supplies to begin with. So as far as colored pencils go, I would say it's a toss-up between my Prismacolor pencils and my Crayola colored pencils. And that's mainly because those are the only pencils that I had closer to the beginning of the year. So now that I have polychromos, I feel like those are definitely going to take top spot for the second half of the year as far as pencil goes, and Ohuhus are still going to be my number one marker that I will use as long as I can. The next question on the list is, what are your new favorite coloring techniques that you've tried this year? Basically everything that I've done this year was a new technique since I'm new to coloring, but I picked out two that really stood out to me. I had a really fun time doing the Neo Color 2s, which I had done on this page here from Tales from Atlantis by Hannah Carlson. It was brand new to me, and I did have a lot of fun experimenting with this. The page, I think, matters. The paper in the coloring book that you use them on, I do believe that would matter in your experience with using a certain technique or applying a new medium. So, and I didn't find any problem with it, and even as it sits in the closed position on my shelf, I can tell it's flattening out more and more as it sits. So yeah, I really did enjoy the Neo Color 2s. I didn't really do much past this point with them, so I'm really excited to continue experimenting with them and see what else I can come up with them. But I think since it's a movable medium when it's wet is what I enjoy. I do really enjoy my Inktense colored pencils, which I'll have to pull a book out to show you guys. But I do like that for the sense of layering different colors on top of each other and not having it move since they're set after they dry. But this one is more like watercolor where if I wanted to change something about the background, all I would have to do is wet it again and move those colors around. So yeah, I'm just having fun learning about them, experimenting with them, and seeing what I can do with them. So I really did enjoy the way this page turned out. And the page that I was talking about with the Derwent Inktense pencils was from Sirene's Du Monde by Diane DeFore. And I had done the very first page here. This was with Derwent Inktense. And I guess I did do them in my A Million Unicorns, the page that I showed you a little bit earlier. So this again was very fun to do. Again, just keep learning with them, just keep playing with them, and learn your technique. If you are newer with them, so am I, and I've only experimented with them a couple times, and I'd love to see how far I can go with these supplies. And another thing that I wanted to showcase was a technique that I did out of 50 Winter Miniatures by Camellia Angelkova. And this would be the page that I did my very first bokeh effect background on. And although it did not come out the way that I exactly wanted it to, I still had a lot of fun pushing myself to try it out, pushing myself to complete the page, because I did record this and it is up as a video on my channel as a first attempt with my bokeh effect background. And you can tell I definitely was struggling. I was questioning a lot of things throughout the process, but I kept moving forward and I kept pushing myself to just see how I could fix what I had mistakes on. And when I look at this, all I see is success. Even though it's not the way that I wanted it to be at all, I am very proud of myself for attempting it, trying it, and it makes me excited to try to do it again to see how much better I can do. So maybe a bokeh effect background is once again in my near future. We will see. I gotta get a good page for it. And I think Camellia Angelkova's miniatures are perfect for that. Oh my gosh, I'm just turning to my pages. Because of the open space backgrounds that she has in it. So you could definitely have so much fun in her books and experiment, because she gives you the freedom to do that. So yeah. All right, so the next topic is very hard to answer. I think I've subscribed to like over 50 different coloring accounts this year. And the next question asks, what are your favorite coloring or art accounts you've discovered this year? So it was very, very tricky for me to pinpoint it down to a select few, mainly because I've just started. So everybody is my inspiration. Everybody that I watch, it just inspires me to push my limits and see how far I can go. So when I watch everyone, I'm just taking everything in and trying to learn as much as I can. The people that I did pinpoint have probably given me either the most inspiration, or they have coloring techniques that I want to try, so I keep watching them to see how they do things, or in general, they inspire me to be a better person as well. There are so many sweet people on YouTube for our coloring community, and just hearing these women talk is just, it's so uplifting, and it makes me feel so good inside. It's like you have a best friend sitting there while you color, and I don't have much time to talk to anybody. Really, I'm very busy, but just know that I am watching and I very much enjoy everything that you guys put out there. So the select few that I will mention is going to be Kate's Coloring Haven. I have Christina's Art Corner. I have Kira from A Pictured Purpose, Jess from Coloring Bumblebee, Jamie from Finding Joy in Color, and then two bigger art accounts that I follow are Sarah Renee Clark and Jazza. I really love watching his videos. He's so funny. So, yeah, it was very difficult for me to narrow that down. And those are the accounts that I found this year. There are several that I found last year too that I couldn't include, but definitely major inspirations to me. Erica from Elm Colors and Meg at Meg's Coloring Corner. They've definitely inspired me a lot as well. And I think there were a couple others. It's really hard. It's really hard to narrow that down, but just know everybody that I watch, you're amazing and you're doing a great job and what you do matters, and keep going. You're doing great. So, a question that was interesting to me was, do you have any coloring related regrets? And at this point, as far as coloring in general goes, I have no regrets because I'm just trying everything and attempting everything. So there are no regrets to anything that I do, even if it doesn't turn out the way that I want it to. It's just practice, So I have how many books, I have how many pages to practice on, and all of it is a fun, good time. So I don't have any regrets when it comes to coloring, because it's a learning process and learning is never a regret. One thing that I do have to say is, as far as YouTube goes, I do regret starting to color and start a YouTube channel at the same exact time. There was no time in between any of it. I colored a page and bam, I was on YouTube, and that was it. So I don't really have any experience with adult coloring for myself in a way. Everything that I do is for myself, and I love to share it. And that was the main reason why I started YouTube, was because I could already see the coloring community was amazing and I so badly wanted to be a part of it. So I colored a page and I was like, here, look what I did. But yeah, it has been so wonderful to be a part of this community. I just wish maybe I would have taken some more time for myself to enjoy and ease myself into it a little bit more, instead of doing both at the same exact time. So I think the best part about it, though, is you get to see my journey from square one. And that is what I enjoy. I get to look back and see my progress from the very beginning of seeing myself color and progress. So yes, I regret it, but at the same time, I think it'll be something that I can look back on and reflect on and maybe laugh at myself a bit, which I do. But yeah, so even though it is a regret, I still think it was a neat concept to say, hey, I have no idea what I'm doing, but I'm here and I'm doing it. So I do like that. Next up, are there any coloring books you'd like to complete by the end of the year? And yes, I would. Veronica and I have a plan to finish our Daydreams book by the end of the year. I think in the next 2 months, maybe, we'll be done. So it should be a completed book. Is it going to be completed in August or September? I forget. August or September, this book is going to be done. So I'm really excited about that. And it did get a coffee spill on it. But I already did mention that I was going to buy another copy anyway, because this one's mainly done with alcohol marker. I think it would be fun to get this book again and color in coloring pencils with it. I do watch Gabby Wolf on YouTube. She colors her own pages with colored pencils, and her pages turn out so nicely. And I want to give the amount of attention to these pages that she does with coloring pencil. So I had a blast being in this book, and I'm still having fun with my alcohol markers. But I'm excited to see how different, and then compare the two after I get it done with colored pencils as well. Which is one of the things that I enjoy about buddy coloring with Veronica in this book, because I already got a taste of that. With her coloring pages, she does hers mainly with colored pencils, and they're stunning. So yeah, I'm really excited about that. So we're almost done with this, and then I'll probably be getting this book again. We'll see. What untouched books do you want to color in most by the end of the year? Guys, I had said that I have about, what was it, 100, I think 17, 18 coloring books in my collection, and I've only colored in 34. An unrealistic dream of mine is to color in every single book by the end of the year, but I wasn't going to pull them all out. So I did pull several books out, so hang in there with me. I'm going to go quick through them just so that you guys can see what I'm really, really, really excited to color in, and I probably will keep this stack of books out to color for the rest of the year. So let's see if we can work on this pile. The first one that I pulled off the shelf was Magical Woodland, and this is by Kate Pellerin. It is just a small, sweet book to color in. The illustrations are very fine lines, so whenever it's way down here, it's probably hard to see. But the illustrations in this book are so sweet and so cute. I love the whimsical feel of the illustrations, and it's very different from any other illustrator that I have in my collection, and I think that's the main reason why I want to color in it the most, because of how it stands out in my collection. So I'm excited to see what a completed page looks like in this book for me. So yeah, this is definitely one that I want to color in soon. Another one would be Spooky by Sarah Sheshchik. And I haven't colored in this one yet, but I did flag one. I pulled this off my shelf as a distraction book for this month. I do that. I have distraction books whenever I don't want to follow my plan for the month. I go to my distraction books. And this was one of the pages that I pulled out. It's one of the first ones in the book. I really like doing that. But yeah, I adore this spooky book so much. I think this cat is so cute. I love Sarah's art style, and I do want to see if I can mimic that on one of the pages. I know Kira from A Pictured Purpose did that in her spooky book, and I loved the way her page turned out. So I want to see what I can do. I wouldn't do it with all the pages, but I would definitely want to do it with some of them, especially when the main focus is on the cat, because that's what a lot of her paintings end up being, is the focus of her cat and then her beautiful art all around it. So yeah, I definitely want to get into that book. The next one I pulled is Wild in Nature, and this is by, I know her by Rita Prince. And again, very different art style that I want to try to color. Her illustrations are just so soft and inviting. And again, it's the book size too that invites me to want to be in it and coloring. And yeah, I could see myself coloring any of these pages anytime. Oh, this one especially, I love that. So yeah, that's definitely one on my list to color. Another one that I pulled is Crystal Vogel's Fairy Tale. I don't know how to say this, and I don't know what it translates to either, but I do know that this is her fairy tale book. And I adore fairy tale books in general. I really, really do. I love seeing, look, I didn't even crack the spine on this one. This book is, I don't know. It's very precious because it seems like our old cartoon style to me. And I just really love the illustrations in this. So this is definitely one that I'd love to jump into. All right, and another one that I pulled is My Tiny Forest by Nina Stegner. And I did get a request to do a color along in this book, so I have intentions of doing that by the time the end of the year comes. But I want to get to it sooner than later because I really want to be in this book anyway. And I'd love to share a coloring page out of this book with you guys. This one's so cute. Oh my gosh, they're all cute. So again, the size of the book and the cute illustrations in it, it's just so easy. This one is on the Amazon printer paper. I got this before I knew about getting it on Amazon Japan for the better paper quality. So it is what it is. We'll see what we can do with it and go from there. This book was one I was so excited to get, and I love having it in my collection. I do think possibly now that I'm further along on my journey, I pull some books out, I pick some pages, and then I don't color in them continuously. So I am getting the hint of some intimidation. In the beginning, I was like, no, I'm not intimidated to color anything. It's just have fun and do what you want. And then when I see these illustrations, I just want to do them all the justice in the world. And it does intimidate me. Look at this guy. Oh my gosh. So yeah, I think at this point I can say that I am intimidated by some of the books that I have in my collection, and this might be one of them. And it is just such a cute little book, and at the end of the day I'm finding it hard to get into it because I don't want to not mess it up. I just want to give it all. I want to give it my all. Here's one that I'm really excited to jump into, Symphony of Cute Animals. This is by Kanoko Ikusa, and I do have a buddy color coming up in this book eventually. It is with Lucy Colors 2024. I believe Lucy Colors 2024. If I have that mixed up, I'm definitely going to put it up on the screen. But she's going to be out on maternity leave coming up, so she'll definitely have her hands full. So we both want to get into this book and have a plan to do a page together. We'll just see what month that ends up being. It doesn't matter to me. I can color in this book any day, anytime. I'm just really excited to do a page with her. So yeah. Wild Summer by Joseph Kattenbang. This is another untouched book in my collection. It's just absolutely beautiful, and another book that I just want to get into right away and put some color down on. I think the reason why I just haven't gotten to this one yet is mainly because my first mythographic book by Weronika Kalinska, Mythical Beasts, was untouched for the longest time. And I finally started a page in that. And I think if I get a page completed in that book, it'll allow me to move forward and complete a page in this beautiful book. So I'm really excited about that. These images are just so stunning. This one here was a fun pick. I think it would be super quick and easy to get a completed page done in this book. Birds in the Forest by Denise Klett. I think this one tops the Gnomes book for me. I adore these birds. They're so quirky, full of attitude and personality, and I'm really excited. Once again, I probably said that about every book. I have to check myself. I know I say that a lot. I'm really excited, and I really am, to get into all these books. But yeah, I think for this month, actually, in July, I think, what did I want to do? This one, or was it this one? I know it was one of the front pages. It was probably one of these two that I wanted to do for this month. So we'll see if I'll be able to accomplish that. Millie Murata's Island Escape. I have been seeing a lot of pages come from Millie's books, and I've been wanting to jump into this one. I think I was getting through just a clump of buddy colors that I was trying to pump out, and I just wasn't able to complete them due to timing. And this would have been one of the distraction books. I do have a page tagged. I don't even know. Oh, probably the elephant for the wild year of color. Jamie, finding joy in color. Just had to get it come out. She does her wild year of color, and I think last month was elephant. So yeah, this was a distraction book for me. I had it pulled to the side, and I just didn't get to accomplish that. I think deer is the next animal that we have on the list for the month of July. I love this page. I see a lot of people do this page. I would want to do it too. I'm not sure if there are any deer in this book specifically, but I definitely have my plans heavy and full for this month for sure. So I don't even think I'd be able to get to it this month either, unfortunately. So that's the thing. I just planned so many things, and then I want to get to so many other things, and I just don't. So yeah. But eventually, very soon, it's definitely, I want to get something colored in this by the end of the year. I did get this at Ollie's. I pulled the sticker off, and it was so sticky up here, and I didn't want to ruin the book, so I just put a sticker on top of the stickiness mess. Own Your Awesome. And I picked this sticker because the colors matched the front cover, so it kind of ties in, and it doesn't take away too much. So I like that. Cute and Creepy by Camilla D'Errico. This is definitely one that I want to get into by the end of the year. Maybe it'll be Halloween time, maybe not. I don't think I need that specific season to color in this book. There are plenty of pages that you can color outside of the season. I was wanting to do this one during the month of May. I think it's so precious. So we'll see what I end up doing, but it would be great to have a page colored in that book. Shooting Star by Maria Troll. This is my only Maria Troll book that I have. I love it. I love this one so much. And I do have one started in here. Is it where the tag is? Yeah. I do have this one started, and I do want to finish it. And I also reached out to Noralise from Noralise Colors to see if she wanted to do a buddy color in this book, since I saw she just got it during one of her haul videos, and she said yes. So we will most likely be getting a page colored in this book for next month. So we haven't picked it out yet. I'm such a spontaneous person that I didn't want to pick or plan a page too early, even though I could color any of these pages any second. I think it's just a open the book, yep, and color kind of thing. So we'll see what we're able to come up with. This is just so cute. But I'm very excited to get one completed in here, and maybe even while I'm in it, I can get that that whip completed too. Now I can't open my book. That's okay. You saw it. And the last book that I pulled for wanting to complete a page in is this big book of Halloween and Autumn, coloring by Molly Harrison. I think this book is so fun. She's got so many fun witches in it, and I do want to practice more on people. I have 100 pages. I've got 100 pages here, plenty of practice. It doesn't need to be perfect. I just want to get in here and color. So, oh, here's a deer. So yeah, I need to not be so worried about Oh, I've never colored skin before with colored pencil, so I'm not going to color in this book. Well, then you're never going to color in it. So you might as well start somewhere. So I think I've got a really good book here to accomplish that. I've got 100 different pages. I think the best advice is to start on a page that you don't really care too much about and practice on that. And then even if you don't feel like finishing the page, it's not the end of the world. So you've got to color to make yourself feel good. That's what it's all about. So if you're not feeling it, move on. So I'm definitely excited to jump in here and at least get some practice done and hopefully a completed page out of that. All right, we're on to the next question now. I know that was a lot, but like I said, I wish I could color in all of my coloring books by the end of the year. It's just not going to happen. So, untouched books. What are your most anticipated releases for the second half of the year? I definitely want to slow down on buying coloring books, and I have already started. I did a no-buy coloring books in June, and so far for the month of July, I bought one book. I don't count the Lulu Mayo book that just came out because technically I pre-ordered that months ago, so I'm not counting that one. This is the book that I got in July. We were at Target. I saw this, I put it back on the shelf. Weeks later, I go back to Target and I've been thinking about this ever since. So I did get it. So this is the first book that I have purchased in over a month. And I'm so glad that I did. It makes me really happy. I love the Harry Potter series. I grew up with it and it warms my heart. So I would like to have a completed page in this book as well. But we'll see what happens. But I thought this was so cute. If you want a full flip through, let me know. I'm sure there's one on YouTube, but if you want me to do one when my voice comes back, I'll definitely do that. But other books that I'm really excited for, I have 3 main ones, and if these are the only 3 books that I purchased for the rest of the year, so be it. I'm okay with that. I have Merry Christmas by Hannah Carlson on my list. I have the Spooky Volume 2. I'm not sure the exact title of it, but definitely the second spooky book that Sarah Sheshchik has put out. Okay, I'm sorry. I got distracted. I had one of the kids sneak up on me. Anyway, I think I was talking about Spooky. I'm not sure what the title of the book is, but Spooky's definitely in there, and it comes out later this year, and I'm very excited about that book. So my hopes are to color in the Spooky book that I have before that one comes out, and then I'll be golden. And then the last book that I'm really anticipating is the Million Hugs and Kisses book by Lulu Mayo. She's just most likely going to be an automatic buy for me. I adore Lulu Mayo books, and yeah, the illustrations just make me really happy. I love the little tiny books, and yeah, hugs and kisses, come on. So that's at the tail end of the year. So those 3 books are the main ones that I would love to add to my collection. What coloring book is currently at the top of your wish list? This one is already out and about, and it's on my wish list. We'll see if I pull the trigger on it or not. Dreamland by Renata Krosik. I hope I said that as close as possible to what it really is. This one's at the top of my wish list. Whether I get it or not, I'm not sure. Again, it's just like an overwhelming feeling of how many books that I have, how many pages I have to color, and I really don't have any more space left to really be adding any books to my collection. I'm completely out of room. With the 100 books that I have, there's no room for anything else. So I don't know. I'm very hesitant on getting it or not. It has now been on my wish list only for about 2 weeks, I think, ever since Maya from Colored by Maya put out her Creative 6, Get Creative 6 video. Go check that out. There are so many good books on that video, and it's what drew me to Dreamland in the first place. And I'm back and forth on getting it during this Prime Week sale. It is free shipping for that book, so I don't know if I'm going to pull the trigger on it or not. I have a couple of days left to decide, and we'll see what happens. But part of me says, no, you have plenty of books to color in, and the other part says, it's just one more book. So we'll see. And then the next question following that is, what coloring supply is at the top of your wish list? I really don't want any more supplies than I already have. Again, with the space, I have zero space to put anything else, so I really shouldn't, and I don't need to get anything else. All you need to color is a pack of colored pencils if you like colored pencils, or a pack of markers if you like markers, and a coloring book. I don't need anything else, but it would be really cool. I have seen the Castle Art pastel tin set of, I think, 48 pencils. They are now on this Amazon Prime sale for like, it seems nearly kind of girl math half off. Originally it was close to $50. Now it's close to $25. So do I want to jump on that opportunity or not? Again, I don't know, because I don't need them. So we'll see what happens. And then the very last question that I have to answer is, are you on track or completed any of your coloring goals for 2025? And I remember saying in my very first video that I put out that I have 0 goals for myself. This is my first year of coloring. I don't even know what I am used to, because there's no track record. So there was no goal for me to calculate that against. So I didn't put one on myself, and I'm very glad that I didn't. So every month I color what I can, I complete what I can, and I am honestly happy with anything that I get to do during each month. And yeah, I think not having a goal is good, but I still really enjoy the statistics. So every month I do have a little tiny post-it note of statistics, because I'm not a planner person either. We'll see though, because Amanda Colors has her sneak peek, and it's a bigger sneak peek than the last sneak peek, and it looks really cool. So you should go check that out on her Instagram. I don't know if I'm going to do it or not. Every time I see her color planner on everyone's channel, it's really cute, and I really do like the 2025 one. And I was thinking of still even getting it now just to fill it up from my past colorings, but I don't know. I'm not a planner person. It's hard, it's difficult, but this new one, it seems like it would be more my style, just because it looks like you can rearrange the pages, take pages out, put pages in, whatever. I don't know. You have to check it out for yourself. Go check it out. But it's very tempting. For not a planner person, it's very tempting. But yeah, I do enjoy the statistics side of coloring. So to see, oh, you did this many completed pages in this many coloring books and that kind of thing, I do enjoy that, because it's just interesting to me. But as far as a goal goes, I don't say like, oh, I only got this much done, or oh, I'm on track to getting this done. That would be an added, I guess, stress that I don't want to put on coloring. So no goals, just have fun. Let me know if you guys have any goals for yourself that aren't strenuous and make coloring more fun for you. And maybe I'll toss that up as an idea to give to myself. So with that being said, take it easy, guys. Enjoy the process. Have fun. Chill. relax and enjoy your coloring. Don't make it a strain on yourself. I understand we all have a big collection and most of us want to get in as many coloring books as we can, and that's where the stress comes in, but whatever you can do is an enjoyment. So keep that in mind. And anyway, that's all I got for you guys. So I hope you have a great and colorful day. Bye.